One day, when Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala announced that He would create Adam alayhi salam, they would ask this very question. So what was it that started all this chaos? What caused such a rebellion so strong and destructive that even the angels feared it might happen again? To answer, we must first understand how these beings of fire fell, and how one who was once praised in the heavens became the greatest enemy of mankind. The jinn were not an accident. They were not born from chaos. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created them with purpose, with wisdom, and by divine command. They were made from smokeless fire, different from the angels created from light, and different from humans who would be shaped from clay. Fire gave them speed, heat, and power, and Allah gave them freedom, the freedom to choose. They were the first beings on earth to carry this gift of free will, and with it came both the potential for great worship and the potential for devastating rebellion. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave them time, and He gave them space. The earth was given to them as their dwelling. They spread into valleys and forests, climbed mountains, and traveled in rivers. They built tribes, kingdoms, and civilizations that we no longer remember. They were given long lives, strength, and intelligence. Among them were scholars, warriors, leaders, and poets. According to Islamic scholars, they spoke many different languages, just like humans. Their cities were beyond imagination because they existed in other dimensions, very different from our three-dimensional world. They were created from a type of energy, with no real mass, smokeless, shining fire. Some early scholars said they were created thousands of years before Adam alayhi salam. The world they walked was different, the skies were clearer, and the soil had not yet been touched by human corruption. It was a time of purity and opportunity, but opportunity is also a test. Some of the jinn continued in worship and obedience. These were the pious, quiet, humble ones who stayed hidden. But others began to look within. They saw their strength and fell in love with it. They saw their freedom, but misunderstood it. They began to envy the angels who lived in the heavens. Why were they not lifted up? Why were they bound to the earth while the angels flew in the skies?